Breaking news, Nigerians. Supreme Court hears appeals filed by Atiku, Obi, APM against Tinubu's victory. Live update. Atiku, Mr. Obi, and the APM all filed separate appeals to challenge the decision of the court, which affirmed President Tinubu's election. The 7-member panel of the Supreme Court will today hear the appeals by Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, challenging the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Court, which affirmed President Bola Tinubu's election. Members of the panel, which have yet to be unveiled, will hear the appeals by Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and the Allied People's Movement, APM, challenging election of Mr. Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress, APC. The Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja, headed by Aruna Samani, had ruled that Atiku and Obi had failed to substantiate their separate claims of widespread electoral malpractices during the conduct of the 25th February presidential election by the Nigerian Electoral Commission, INEC. The court also dismissed another petition filed by the APM on the ground that the suit was lacking in merit. Atiku, Mr. Obi, and the APM all filed separate appeals to challenge the decision of the court. The issue raised in the appeals include the ineligibility of President Tinubu and the Vice President Kassim Shettima's candidacy for the election. The appellants also raised the issue of Mr. Tinubu's inability to secure 25% of white votes cast in Abuja during polls. They also contesting INEC's failure to electronically transmit polls unit results to its result viewing portal IREV in real time, and allegations of vote manipulation in favor of Mr. Bola Tinubu. Another key bone of contention before the 7-member panel of the Supreme Court is Mr. Tinubu's academic records, which were obtained from the Chicago State University in October by Atiku. Atiku has already filed the president's educational document before the court, urging it to examine the authenticity of Mr. Tinubu's academic records from Chicago State University. However, Mr. Tinubu's lead lawyer, Wole Olupekan, a senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, in court's filings, said Atiku and Mr. Obi's appeal lack substance. Prime Time's team is at the Supreme Court to bring you live update from today's proceedings. Nigerians are expecting, much, very, very much from the, Nigerian Supreme Court. Nigerians are. Meanwhile, in another news headline, the Supreme Court has debunked reports claiming some of its judges withdrew themselves from the panel set to hear the appeals against President Bola Tinubu's victory in the February 25th, 2023 election. Niger News reports that the People's Democratic Party (PDP) candidate Atiku Abubakar, its Labour Party counterpart Peter Obi, as well as the Allied People's Movement (APM), are all challenging Tinubu's victory in separate petitions in the Supreme Court. The Appeals Court is set to hear the petitions today, Monday, 23rd October 2023. However, ahead of the court section, some platforms, not Niger News, claimed 5 of the 7 main panel of justice have withdrawn and refused to be on the panel due to an alleged crisis in the Appeals Court. Reacting, however, the Supreme Court Director, Press and Information, Dr. Festus Akinde, said, "There is no truth in such reports, as all members of the panel are intact and ready to hear the petition on Monday today. This is not true. The panel is ready. You will see all the justice today. There is no crisis anywhere, as claimed by these online platforms. I assure you that the panel is intact and we hear the appeals on Monday, Akinde said. Meanwhile, ahead of today's Supreme Court section, Niger News report that the presence of heavily armed security operatives at the Supreme Court and surrounding areas. Nigerians, as you can see, this is getting, tougher. Okay, this is getting tougher. Nigerians who have reacted to this have this to say. Don't confirm a criminal for us as president. It will be an international disgrace. We don't want a technical judgment. We want judgment based on substance. Remember, you are part of us in Nigeria. You are purely Biafran Republic. Nobody has hope as the Nigerian judiciary. Another wasted effort. If more than half of justices of the Supreme Court who are built to hear the appeal on the presidential selection decide to withdraw that, we have no court. When then do we go? But I think this should be a joke of the century. So guys, you've all heard it now. What's your take on this? Let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section, please. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not. Thank you.